All right, let's check out the build that I have been using for probably a little over a week. Is so far without gear-based matchmaking, it has been severely undefeated. To start, it's 2 decks. It's got a completely 360 coverage on the fully upgraded reactor, an anti-parkour entrance with a full wraparound to get even to the courtyard of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 doors to get to just the open area. They can get up here where everything is open after 10 C4. It's 11 to get into the reactor. And then it would be 12, 13, 14 to get into the captains whenever they decide to re-enable it. But we have had fights, many fights, where we are taking on a few ships at a time or 2 ships at the same time, and we'll destroy one, but maybe we can't kill the players because now we need to shift our focus on the other trampler, knowing that the other players are going to board our ship. We typically never have to worry about it. They usually don't have enough C4. It's not very common to come across. I think we've only had maybe one team actually make it the entire wraparound or stop right before so, I think. But it buys you a lot of time. This wraparound buys you so much time. And then obviously they don't also get to the reactor very quickly, so no one could just like jump in and turn it off. Outside of the obvious of, you know, another ship just like ramming into you, jumping on board and then, you know, breaking into it. But otherwise, from the ground level, somebody trying to break into your ship, it doesn't happen. Not from the ground floor. You can just leave them there. In the other aspects of this build, you have 3 battering rams in the front. Obviously, for a lot of defense, we actually rarely even use this to ram anymore. It's really not a common thing. They're fairly quick to repair, even during a battle, to just keep adding some health to it. I'm not 100% sure, but I'm pretty positive each patch is 2k HP. And then the other 2k would be using a full repair kit, because when they fully break, you have to use an actual repair kit. So I think each one would be 2k. I don't know. Makes sense to me. I could be wrong. I don't use the upgraded wheelhouse. That upgraded wheelhouse is a bait. The upgraded ones are very easy to target. I also don't put it on the front, which, yes, it does make this harder to navigate. It does make this kind of annoying to drive. But recessing it, having it behind turrets, not making it a very obvious target, you know, because you can very easily identify the upgraded wheelhouses. People love putting them in the front. They hang over the edge. They're up really high, or they're enclosed, so they're just very easy to identify, and they're very easy to hit. This wheelhouse is the hardest one to hit, and it only has 1, 2, 3 patches. Very, very easy, very quick to repair. My wheelhouse, it's been destroyed, yeah, but pretty rarely. Not common, actually, like really not common. We set up our turrets accordingly. We do 80, 40, 80, 40. Amplifier goes right here in the middle between the 2 turrets, which were usually always experimental, 80 and 40. On the nose of our ship, right here, when at the very point of the battery ram will sit the reflector. So it goes reflector, amplifier, and then right behind the 2 turrets, we'll leave a dome there. We'll leave the bio emitter there, or we'll leave the bio or the domes just one deck below. There's not really a reason to leave it down there. It's just less clutter. The domes are very, very useful, so we always try to pack them right there. At the captains, at the wheel, we leave 1 box. This box will have sniper, RPG, orbital strike, just things that are utility for the captain, handheld smokes, that allows the captain to be pretty useful while the teammates are constantly rotating on turrets if they need to. Behind each turret will get a box. It'll be 80 mil box, 40 mil box, 80 mil box, 40 mil box. Above the wheelhouse here, we do have a spot for a turret. We put our 70 up here. We usually pack 4 smokes. Every storm dive that we queue up, it's like 4 or 5 smokes will queue into the match with us. We will bring buckshot. Honestly, 70 mil's not used very often with the buck. Really, we smoke off the third party, or if it's another big ship, if we notice that we are also fighting another one of us, we'll smoke them, of course, because it just gives you a good head start on punching through their ship. So that's what we have. Ammo boxes behind the turrets, reflector, amplifier, dome, bio emitter, utility box for the captain, 70 mil shotgun up top, and then on the back here we just have the 1 turret. We honestly almost never have a reason for the back. If anything, this is used a lot for AI. At Dreadnought, when it spawns, it's nice to have it. Very rarely do we ever use this for PvP. However, we do put a 80 mil in the back, and then we leave also on the floor with the ammo in it another 4 smokes, 3 to 4 smokes, and buckshot ammo. We leave a 70 mil just on the floor back here. At the start of every round, we do this, the setup procedure, and I go and C4. I do 2 C4 at the top here, where the 70 mil goes above the wheelhouse, and I do 2 C4 behind this specific turret, and then I will use 1 C4 right here at this hatch to my left, and that blows all the railings. So you could jump up to the top very easily. The other C4 right here behind the turret, it blows that railing, so it's very easy to jump up and down. Extremely easy. The hatches here next to the wheelhouse, the ones to my right, the one to my left, we don't care ever repairing those. If the noise bothers you, then, repair it, I suppose. But faster up and downs, not having to deal with the door, honestly. It's a tanky beast. There's been many fights where we fight a few ships at a time, or we get team done, or we fight another giga ship. And, man, honestly, we fare always extremely well. She can take a really, really big hit. So you have the 2 battering rams in the front. You have a 7k HP storage on the left and the right behind it. And then you have another 7k HP storage behind that. And then you, of course, have the armored reactor itself. That's all on just the first floor. It is a forward-facing ship. It isn't perfect. There is a max to the weight. Can't do a whole lot for your sides. But it's, in my experience, it's pretty uncommon for people to punch from the side. It's not something that happens, man. I don't know. I've had good luck with forward-facing ships. I know there's a lot of different builds out there, but this is just one of many that are going to be very effective. In terms of a forward-facing ship, this is about at the risk of being stupid here. This is about as strong as it can possibly get for a forward-facing ship while having the reactor fully enclosed. Obviously, it can be a lot stronger should you remove the back here and just pull the reactor back. You can fill more in and on the front. You can provide a little bit more frontal protection, but you would leave your back exposed. Really, really sweaty, good teams will absolutely try to rotate on us after breaking legs or smoking us. They'll try to get that back shot, and then they go, oh shit, what the hell? And they realize that it's not a very effective strategy. By the time they rotate us and they start getting some damage in, if they turned off our reactor somehow with a great silence, which is actually really hard to do with this build. But if they are able to do that, then we have a lot of time to react. This buys us so much time constantly. There's not a ton of armor in the back, but it's all about just buying you those 10, 15, 20 seconds, whatever it might be. So that's it. I don't really keep much in the captain's quarter. The whole cheating thing was a problem, so I had always moved my bed to the crew cabin. I still do that. I still keep C4 over there. Well, actually, we keep our C4. We were keeping our C4 just here. This will probably change. I'll probably go back in and maybe make some adjustments to the storage up here on the front. But we were actually keeping C4 right here because we were always keeping somebody. We never let one person leave the top deck. Just in case the whole cheating thing did happen. And you can see that I do have the doors closed. They were open like this. We were just leaving it open, and we were leaving C4 accessible here so that, you guys get it. But anyway, that is the build of this beast. She is expensive. It would be a pretty big L to lose her, but we've been fortunate, I guess, or we've been doing well in it. And yeah, I'm just putting this one of probably very many good builds that are out there. So if you have the Royal Chassis, this is definitely something I can recommend using. I have done a lot of variations, a lot of different ways of building this, and it's hard to make anything perfect, but it's a very, very well-rounded ship that is extremely capable. And yeah, good luck out there.